Expanding the time between executions is approved. Mid-Del schools are set to repay over $500,000 in COVID-19 funds. And the Oklahoma City Thunder gear up for Game 2 against the Dallas Mavericks. This is the KGOU AM News Brief for Thursday, May 9th. I'm Mick Daniels. After a request from the State Attorney General and the Director of Department of Corrections, our own Hannah France reports the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals has voted to increase the time between future executions.
In January, AG Gentner Drummond and DOC Director Stephen Harp filed a joint motion with the court to increase the interval between executions to 90 days, saying the current pace of executions is unsustainable and puts undue stress on DOC staff. On Tuesday, the court voted to approve the request. 2 of the 5 judges voted against increasing the time in between executions, including Gary Lumpkin, who said DOC staff need to, quote, suck it up at a hearing in March. This follows the court approving a change from 4 weeks between executions to 60 days last year at Drummond's request. In addition to having more time in between them, the court decided future executions will be scheduled individually rather than in phases. The last execution of the current phase is that of Wade Lay on June 6th. I'm Hannah France.
The next step in the process for the proposed Oklahoma County Jail takes place later this month. Oklahoma City Council will hold a public hearing on May 21st. That hearing will focus on a special permit application that would allow the county to build the new jail on land off East Grand Boulevard. That site borders Del City, and Del City leaders are preparing a legal fight to keep the jail from that location. Mid-Del Public Schools has pledged to reimburse over $500,000 in federal COVID-19 relief funds, which were reportedly used for athletic fields. The district received over $12 million in COVID-19 funding, but $588,000 was allegedly spent on athletic lawn services. Now, the State Department of Education is demanding the money back. State Superintendent Ryan Walters called the spending a misuse of federal taxpayer dollars. While Mid-Del works on a response to the State Education Department, it maintains its spending aligned with federal and state guidelines. Oklahoma City Public Schools is set to announce its new superintendent possibly by this weekend. The district's Board of Education held a special meeting at the Skirvin Hotel Wednesday, conducting interviews with potential candidates behind closed doors. Another special session is slated for Saturday morning at the Clara Looper Center. The Oklahoma newspaper reports it's expected the new superintendent will be named at that meeting. The new superintendent will replace Sean McDaniel, who unexpectedly announced his resignation in February, citing irreconcilable differences with a board member. In sports, the Oklahoma City Thunder are back in action tonight in the second game of their playoff series against the Dallas Mavericks. OPMX's Ryan LaCroix reports.
The Thunder won the opening game of the series by 22 points and earned wide praise for their play on the defensive end of the court. Coach Mark Daignault says he was pleased with the team's effort and attention to detail.
Obviously plays that we can learn from, but I thought we were on it from an effort standpoint, from a focus standpoint. I thought we had a great week of preparation, and we were really, really sharp. And now we've got to make the corrections and sustain that level of energy and effort.
Game 2 against the Mavericks tips off at the Paycom Center at 8:30 tonight on ESPN. In Oklahoma City, I'm Ryan LaCroix.
You'll find more news at our website, kgou.org, and on the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
Hi, it's Terry Gross, the host of Fresh Air. We bring you in-depth, long-form interviews with actors, directors, musicians, authors, journalists, and more. Listen to our Peabody Award-winning Fresh Air podcast from WHYY and NPR.